something that has made a huge impact on me, and I think more people need to take advantage of it, which is transparent numbers. So basically, there's a group of people out there who believe that transparency is good, and they share all of their revenue. They share their every metric about their business, as deep as everyone's salary, their bank balance, churn, how much it costs to acquire a customer, how much a customer stays on for. Everything. Some are a little bit less. Well, they'll share how many customers they have, how much revenue they have, what their bank balance is. More people should follow these businesses. I, for one, am totally against that. I don't think you should ever reveal that, but I'm happy they do.
So some examples. So throw them out.
Okay, so first of all, my friend Encore. What's Encore's last name? He runs Teachable.
I don't remember his last name.
If you Google can you tell me Encore's last name? Founder of Teachable. Okay, so he reveals on Twitter the valuation of every
round. Yeah,
what is it?
Nagpal.
Yes. Say it.
Nagpal.
Nagpal. He reveals the valuation of every time
they just raised
money.
like $20 million at whatever
200, something really good, and he reveals how much revenue they have, how many customers they have. It's awesome.
Yes,
I love that. The other guy is Sahil. Sahil from Gumroad. Shitty business. Seems like an awesome guy. He reveals every single month.
Yeah.
You could Google Gumroad founder Sahil.
It's on his Twitter. He does it in a tweet length, so you don't even have to dive into the books. It's like here's 140
awesome.
characters.
Joel from Buffer, he does this. They actually just switched. So if you go to bearmetrics.com or Google Bear Metrics, they have like 18 different companies that do this, and it's pretty cool. And Joel from Buffer used to be on there. They're a $22 million a year company, so pretty valuable. And they would reveal everything. Everything.
Employee salaries, like name, salary, equity, level, everything.
And you know what? They're changing. They're showing less and less.
Have you talked to them? Do you know why?
It becomes problematic when you add more people.
Yeah. Duh. It's like, guy, creates, turns his kitchen into a man cave instead, gets a girlfriend and is like, she doesn't like it. It's like, yeah, no shit, man. Like, I could have told you this, like, when you bought the plasma and put it on the fridge.
Grow up, Joel.
People don't like their salary being public? What?
So they still do salary. They still do equity.
People get upset when they see their coworker who slacks off and works from home 2 days a week and they see his salary.
Stupid. Because people don't understand that, like, different people have different situations. It's not like...
So they did it, I think, in a smart way, which is they basically were like, they used it as customer acquisition.
Yeah, it's part of their story because they got their ass kicked by HubSpot.
And so they
Hootsuite.
This has become a bit of a playbook for small business-to-business SaaS companies, which is, look, acquisition of customers is hard. If my customer is a small business owner, what would bring a small business owner to me? What content could I put out there that would make a small business owner come? So instead of saying 7 tips to have more effective meetings, they were like, here's our P&L for this month. And sure enough, a lot of people wanted to see that. So a lot of people discovered their product through this. And so, maybe this lines up totally with their values and that's why they did it. But
I just
definitely it was a great way for people to discover their business. I didn't use Buffer, but I read all their shit. And if anybody ever needed a solution like Buffer, I was like, oh, Buffer, you should use Buffer. Why? Because otherwise I wouldn't have even known about them. And so this was a pretty counterintuitive thing that they did. And they were the only ones doing it. And so you always get paid when you're the only one doing it if it's juicy.
Yeah, and so one more person who's doing it, and his business is way better than Buffer, actually.
I love this guy's business.
So it's my friend Nathan Barry. I've met Nathan a while ago, and Nathan has this company called ConvertKit. They do close to $2 million in monthly recurring revenue, so $24 million. He owns 100% of it. It's probably $100 to $200 million company. Like, it's really valuable. Because once customers are locked in, it's basically a MailChimp competitor. It's an email service.
That seems high. $2 million a month, you said? $2 million?
No, that's for sure. That's how much they do.
So they're doing $2 million. No, that part's that. So $24 million a year. So $24 million. You think they're worth what?
10 times.
10 times that. Okay, maybe.
It's growing like a weed.
Maybe
people don't switch from their email platform.
Yeah, it'll all depend on the retention. So can you pull up can you open up their metrics? So
retention's high.
Just Google like Bear Metrics dashboard or something. I forgot what the URL is, but it's like something.bearmetrics.com. And it's like their whole company. It's like, here's how many new customers we got. Here's how many people churned this month. It's like all of their graphs, and you can use it for your company.
He even showed how much profit they make.
I think it's like
month.
ConvertKit. It's like here it is.
You got to zoom in. There you go.
So this, I don't know if this is their business or this is like the example thing, but it's like
Scroll
monthly
up.
recurring revenue, net revenue, fees.
Yeah, that's not it.
This is somebody else's
That's an
business.
example. You got to do ConvertKit.
Yeah, do ConvertKit Baremetrics.
Just type in ConvertKit revenue maybe if you can't spell.
I also use ConvertKit. I pay for a subscription because I'm like, this product is so fucking powerful. I don't actually have many sequences set up. I have a sequence of one email right now, which is not a sequence. It's just an email. But I think it's a great product.
I love ConvertKit. I love Nathan. Nathan's a great guy. Nathan's only 26 or 7 years old.
We talked about the idea of doing a drip sequence to build a newsletter for women going through pregnancy and like week by week. And I had I had a random listener reach out on Twitter. It was like, I'm doing this. Here's my kind of unique asset I have to go about this. And how should I set this up? And I sent him to ConvertKit. I was like, dude, your problem is going to be solved in like, the next 90 minutes.
What are people leaving Baremetrics or something? Why can't you find it?
Here you go. 1.7 million.
Oh, is that it? What's the URL? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so 1.7 million monthly recurring revenue. And you could just look at
it'll say churn.
So annual run rate, doing 20 million a year, which is up 1.7%. That's got to be how much this month? Revenue churn 5.1% per month.
That's not bad.
It's not great either.
Well, it's because it's a small to medium business.
Like if you're churning 5% a month, that's like what's the net growth? So 5% a month is the churn. What's the new business every month?
1.5%. It's low.
1.5%. Yeah, so he's net negative then per month.
No, I think that churn that growth number takes into account churn.
I see. Okay, gotcha. Oh, okay, that's the net.
But this is because it's the average revenue. God, it even says so they make on average $60. Is it $60 a month per user?
Right.
And
so the thing on the right,
small to medium business is gonna have higher churn compared to other SaaS. But dude, if you're
a real sicko, you can just look at the live stream on the right and see every minute when somebody pays them. It'll say like right now it says $29 paid by anonymous company. Dude, he's got a lot of failed payments here. Get on that, Nathan. What's going on? You can't be failing. It's 3 out of the 12 payments here are failed. 4.
He has a chart that says which ones fail. So these companies are badass.
So you wouldn't do it.
No, I think.
What about a part of what you do? The email list size, the revenue.
I don't want to share anything publicly. Well, I'll say like 8 figures or something. No, I just don't think it brings a lot of good either.
You know when a company's trying to raise or sell their business because like 2 months before, all these articles will come out, just like handing over information.
Yeah.
Why is that happening? Because they want to raise their round or they want to sell their company within the next 6 months.
Can you go back to the Google Doc? No, I'm not a fan of it. One time when I did my first conference when I was younger, it made like $60,000 in profit, and I told everyone in the blog post, and I hated the attention, so I'm never going to do that again.